Hello, and welcome back to Storyline Recapped. Today, I'm going to explain an adventure drama movie from 2014 called Noah. Spoilers ahead, watch out and enjoy. The story starts with Noah displayed as a little youngster, remaining on a slope with his dad Lamech. Lamech is going to give him a valuable legacy, the skin of the first snake from Eden, which has been passed down for some ages. Unexpectedly, an enormous group draws near, driven by a youthful lord named Tuval-Cain, who needs to make that slope into a mine. Seeing Lamech, Tuval-Cain kills him and takes the snake's skin, while Noah runs. Numerous years pass. The grown-up Noah is living with his better half Neme and his 3 children, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, when he sees a minor act of God. A drop of water hits the ground and a bloom develops right away. That evening he has a fantasy where he sees the mountain his granddad Methuselah lives on, and water covering the earth. He understands that the Creator is attempting to send him a message. He and his family excursion to see Methuselah and look for direction. En route, they track down a gathering of late killed people, and among them, a young lady that is injured yet alive, named Elah, and they embrace her. Some of Tuval-Cain's men track down then pursue Noah and his family, yet stop pursuit as they are reluctant to enter a dull area possessed by the Watchers. It is described that the Watchers are companions of Methuselah since he had once shielded and saved them. They came to Earth to help the people, however, after gaining from them, the people attempted to subjugate and kill them. Endeavoring to escape, Methuselah helped their departure by battling floods of human fighters with a consuming blade using enormous power. One of them, Magog, salvages Noah and his family from different Watchers, who doubt all humankind. Let Noah know that he detects that Noah is a decent man, similar to his dad. Noah talks with Methuselah and gets a seed passed down from the Garden of Eden. He sows the seed on a plain, and an extraordinary spring emits from the earth, stretching out as an incredible organization of streams every which way, and a whole woodland develops around its source inside minutes. The marvel persuades the Watchers that Noah is picked by the Maker. Noah requests their guide in the structure of an ark, and they consent to help in the endeavor. About 8 years pass. As the ark approaches consummation, creatures are seen following the streams from across the land to the wellspring of the incredible spring and start showing up to the ark. They enter and subside into the ark and are placed into a profound rest by incense that Noah and his family plan and apportion all through the powerful vessel. In the interim, the encompassing terrains have been running low on food sources, and the people, driven by Tuval-Cain, are turning out to be greedy for tissue. A swarm of around 200 men, driven by self-pronounced Lord Tuval-Cain, moves toward the ark and takes steps to storm it, yet the Watchers drive him to turn around. Noah understands that his 3 children need spouses and that Elah can't serve since she is fruitless. He camouflages himself and goes into the human camp to find 3 ladies, and bring them into the ark. At the human camp, he sees people being exchanged and butchered for food, living in wild, swarmed, and squalid circumstances. Shocked by the devilishness of Tuval-Cain's devotees, Noah surrenders the work, becoming persuaded that the Creator wants the whole human competition to conclude. Later in the timberland close to the camp, Methuselah favors Elah and her desolateness is relieved. Presently before the downpours begin to pour, Ham chooses to go to the camp himself and track down a lady. He falls into a pit loaded up with the dead and experiences a terrified youngster named Nile. She will go with him, however as they run back to the ark, her foot gets found in a creature trap. Noah comes to help however sees the human crowd coming to strike the ark, so he drives Ham away from her behind and saves himself. Seconds after the fact, the human crowd contacts her and stomps on her absurdly as it passes. All of Noah's family sheets the ark aside from Methuselah, who decides to kick the bucket in the flood. As the ark is sent off, every one of the Watchers penances themselves battling the perpetual human waves. As they pass on, they return to their unique structures and are energetic heavenward as their Creator pardons them. As the rising waters pour toward the ark and his leftover fighters suffocate, an injured Tuval-Cain quickly jumps all over the chance to make do and creeps up a pathway to a high purpose in the ark, hacking his direction inside the vessel where he is in the long run found by Ham. The evil old lord plays on Ham's outrage toward Noah for permitting Nile to bite the dust. Outside, the family pays attention to the withering shouts of those external the ark. His family beseeches him to give some of them access, as they have room, just for a fatigued Noah to answer that there is no space for them, that their destiny was fixed. Elah awakens, feeling sick, and goes to Neme who derives that she is pregnant. At this precise second, the downpours stop totally. Elah says it is because the Creator favors the unborn youngster. Neme, Shem, and Elah advise Noah regarding Ilah's favorable luck, However, the patriarch justifies that the Creator's desire to obliterate humankind likewise stretches out to his own family, trusting this to be a test for him by the Creator of his confidence, and set out to do the endeavor to the end. Not genuinely able to do something like this to such an extent as feeling it as an obligation to the Creator, a sorrowful Noah moves to the highest point of the ark and requests the Creator's insight. Observing no response, Noah sets out to do as he told his loved ones. In the interim, Tuval-Cain tracks down help from the guileless Ham, and Nameh makes one last, fruitless endeavor to deter her better half. Numerous months pass. Elah, presently close to the furthest limit of her pregnancy, and Shem assemble a little pontoon to get away from Noah's plot to murder their youngster. Noah finds their arrangement and consumes the pontoon. The shock makes Elah start giving birth. With Nameh's help, the frightened little kid brings forth twin young ladies. Hearing the darling's cries, Noah seeks after Elah to the highest point of the vessel. As Elah argues briefly to sing to the crying newborn children to placate them before they kick the bucket, Noah hears the tune he once sang to Elah when youthful and scared, then, at that point, views the young ladies and chooses not to complete the unspeakable errand. Tuval-Cain has maneuvered him toward honestly thinking killing Noah is simply and will be for Elah and Shem's posterity as well as retaliation for Nile. So Ham draws Noah to the last part of the ark on the affectation that the creatures have awoken and have started ripping apart one another. As Noah and Tuval-Cain take part in a merciless battle, the ark hits a mountain, and Tuval-Cain is tossed through the broke mass of the vessel, being significantly harmed. As the Lord rises and endeavors to polish off and also harm Noah, a contrite Ham wounds Tuval-Cain in the ribcage, killing him. As the remainder of the family starts making another life for themselves on newfound land as the flood subsides, Ham concludes it is the ideal opportunity for him to leave, still irate at Noah for what has been going on with Nile. Noah, accepting he'd bombed God, guzzles wine and turns into an alcoholic, hiding away in a cavern separate from his loved ones. One day Ham observes his dad lying stripped and oblivious. He leaves, passing on Shem and Japheth to cover their dad with a cover. Elah faces Noah on permitting his grandkids to get by, letting him know that maybe the Creator planned to provide him with the decision regardless of whether humankind ought to be saved. At the point when she inquires as to why he didn't kill the infants, Noah uncovers he could have only affection toward the children after seeing them, permitting him to see the decency in humankind. Noah chooses to rejoin his loved ones. He and Nameh accommodate in her nursery and she pardons him. Afterward, the family remains on a bluff face and Noah favors them generally as the start of another human race. They watch as the Creator sends a rainbow from the sky, covering the entirety of the earth, flagging his guarantee to at no point ever annihilate humanity in the future. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and hit the like button to help the channel out. See ya.